What's up guys, Julian Goldie here, and the internet is a big old place. And while it's easy to find information on how to create backlinks, it can actually be hard to know what you should do step by step. So this guide will walk you through effective new strategies for earning high quality free backlinks in 2022. And with these tips, you'll have everything you need to increase your search engine traffic, get more love from Google, and land more sales. Now, if this video helps you, please subscribe and like it so that I know I should produce more videos like this, and watch all the way to the end if you want some copy and paste outreach templates you can use to get free backlinks for your website. And let's just jump straight in. So my first link building strategy is Harrow. Harrow stands for Help a Reporter Out, and it's a service that connects journalists, bloggers, and entrepreneurs with sources. It works in a simple 3-step process. Journalists post requests for information on the website, sources provide information, and journalists use content from sources like you in their articles. In addition to being an excellent way to earn backlinks for your site, it's also very easy to do. And I've got loads of video tutorials on how to build Harrow backlinks on YouTube that you should definitely check out. Link building strategy number 2 is skyscraper content. Now, I know what you're thinking, skyscraper is just another buzzword. However, if done right, it can be one of the greatest sources for earning high quality backlinks. In fact, we specifically use skyscraper content to help one of our clients get from 0 to 145,000 monthly visitors, generating thousands of sales each month in revenue for them. So what is skyscraper content? It's the process of creating a truly unique piece of content based on an existing piece that's ranking well on Google. But unlike other pieces, your content will be better in some way. Either it's more in depth, entertaining, or otherwise valuable to your readers. And there are 4 steps when it comes to building backlinks with skyscraper content. Step number 1 is competitor analysis. So you look at what content your competitors are producing. You identify what types of posts they're creating that gets a lot of shares and backlinks already. Step number 2 is prospecting. After doing your competitor analysis, you basically build up a list of websites that are linking to your competitors so that you can contact them to publish your skyscraper content. The next step is to create your skyscraper content. You basically have to look at your competitors and figure out how you can beat them with your content and make a better article. So this can be achieved through an article that's better designed, more comprehensive, more entertaining. The bottom line is to create something that will genuinely outshine your competitors' content so that they're much more likely to link to you. And the 4th and final step is cold email outreach. So the final step to this technique is to reach out to webmasters that are linking to your competitors and pitch them your skyscraper piece. In fact, here's an example of an email template you could use for your own cold email outreach. Now, if you want more information on how to do that exactly, check out my guide on YouTube, and make sure you stick around to number 7 in this video, where if you want more outreach templates, this is going to be perfect for you. Number 3, building backlinks from outdated resources. This is a method I've been using recently to build high quality backlinks from older posts. So in a lot of industries, people are still linking to outdated content in their posts. Now what you can do is find these old sources, these old reference pages and resource pages, and basically contact them and ask to get a link to your content inside those resource pages. Now the first step in this method is to find websites in your industry that potentially have changed their brand names, moved to a new URL, stopped offering a service or product, stopped updating the old resource, closed down or gone out of business. And then once you've identified the websites that fit this criteria, then it's time to do some backlink analysis. And all you need to do is find all the backlinks that are pointing to these competitors who haven't really updated their resources or have changed their URLs and that sort of thing. So you can do this by grabbing the URL of the outdated resource and plugging it into a backlink checker. We personally use Ahrefs. It's an easy way to prospect your competitors and figure out, okay, who's linking to them and how can I get backlinks from these pages too. The last step in this method is to reach out to all the webmasters that are linking to these outdated resources, letting them know that they're linking to an outdated resource and suggesting that they link to your site instead. Now you have to make sure that it's relevant. And a pro tip here is to always provide value when you're doing outreach, and try not to be like too salesy or pushy. Just be genuine and look to provide value while pitching your content instead of focusing on getting a link. Strategy number 4 is to create highly linkable infographics. Now, there's nothing webmasters love more than to link to infographics, especially when they're well designed and contain some sort of catchy data or facts. Now, not only are they highly linkable, but also very useful for driving traffic from social media, as infographics are very shareable. So what you can do is create some sort of informative infographic that's based on your niche or something related to it. Now, you need to make sure that you include statistics, facts, anything that would be good link bait. And the next step is to reach out to people and websites that link to infographics and pitch them your content to acquire new backlinks too. Over time, as your site starts to rank higher and higher in search engines, you'll start to notice new links pointing to your infographics naturally. Strategy number 5 is to turn brand mentions into quality backlinks. Now, this is a strategy that I use in my own business, and it's brought me a lot of success in terms of acquiring high quality branded backlinks. All you need to do for this technique is to find sites or blogs that have mentioned your brand name or URL, but not linked to them. Now, this is incredibly easy for acquiring new backlinks because the author of the site blog already likes you. They like you enough to mention you, so they'll probably be likely enough to link to you too. Now, you can simply reach out to them with a friendly email like this, right? You can say, hey, John, we were just browsing through your blog, love your work. I just wanted to reach out to thank you for mentioning our brand in your article. This is really appreciated. And if you have a minute, could you link the mention of my brand to our website URL? That way your readers can easily find the post on our blog that you mentioned. Thanks again, have a great day, all the best, Julian Goldie. It's that simple. Now, a pro tip here is to make sure that once you've got your branded link placed, be sure to ask them if they have any more content your brand would be useful in. This will potentially give you more exposure to their readership. Strategy number 6 is guest blogging. Now, guest blogging is the act of writing content for another blog while getting a backlink to your own site within the article. It's one of the oldest strategies in the book, and even though I don't rate it that highly, it still works very effectively. It can be a bit time consuming, and that's why personally I don't use it that often, and I won't go into too many details here, but basically when you're guest blogging, you can create content for other sites, reach out to them, and get your content and links published on their sites too. Now, guest blogging is effective if you're writing about something that your target blog audience would be interested in. Now, a few tips here are that you have to make sure you format that article with your target keywords at least once, using these target keywords as an anchor text back to your own site. Also, just be careful about posting on relevant sites too. You don't want guest blogs from everyone. You want to focus on the niche specific, industry specific sites that you could potentially get backlink from. Strategy number 7 is podcast link building. Now, podcasts are great because they're highly linkable, social media friendly, and you can share the podcast episode directly on sites like Twitter or all of your social media. And it's insanely easy to distribute. But starting a podcast can be hard due to the time and effort it takes. Plus, you'll need the right technology to run a successful podcast. And you'll need the equipment, the software to record, edit, etc. Luckily for you, there's another easy way to get podcast style backlinks, and this is by appearing as a guest on other podcasts, aka guest podcasting. It's really simple, right? Now, how do you find podcasts to be a guest on? Let me give you a little hint, right? It's all about the prospecting. Find industry podcasts that your target audience listens to and search for their contact page. Now, some common places to find podcasts are iTunes, Google Play Music, Heart Radio, etc. And once you've found them, it's time to start reaching out. Now, here's an example of a guest podcasting outreach email. Now, aside from getting a link from the podcast, there's an added benefit of appearing on the podcast as a guest. And it's basically social proof, okay? People will see that you're a guest on their favorite podcast and probably think, wow, this company is legit, which means they'll be more likely to become your customers or at least visit your website. Final link building technique is the merger technique. Now, this method requires a little bit of cash to get started, but it's one of the easiest ways to acquire websites with high quality backlink profiles and to quickly redirect those sites to yours. And the merger technique is pretty damn simple. So all you need to do is purchase a website with a solid link profile, preferably one that's already in the same niche as you, and then all you need to do is 301 redirect that to your site. Now, in terms of some examples of businesses that have already used the merger technique to skyrocket their SEO, you can see that with Neil Patel acquiring Uber Suggest. And this method is effective because it gives you instant exposure to the entire website's previous backlink profile, which boosts your rankings in return. You have to be very careful about setting this up because it is a little bit technical, but at the same time, it's an easy way to acquire backlinks at scale. So thanks for watching, guys. You now have 8 ways to get free backlinks in 2022. If you want more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Also, if you want a free link building acceleration session to discover the secrets of SEO link building and grow your business, visit juliangoldie.com.